my little weirdos. Um, I'm getting ready to roll as soon as they come to pick me up. I got some things to do. Um, but yeah, y'all probably heard Matt Gaetz is Attorney General. You know why? He uh he he already like what's the word I'm looking for? It's one of those freaking days. He already resigned in Congress because he knew he was going to be tapped to be the Attorney General. But he didn't wait to resign, and that's because those investigations of him of having sex with like a 17-year-old, somebody, a minor. So that's basically sex trafficking for minors and stuff like that, and human trafficking and stuff. All those charges, they haven't gone away. I've told you all along. A lot of you people, those people, Marjorie, they're still being investigated. Anyway, that was coming to the floor very soon, and so he figured he'd better ditch out before that hit. So yeah, we're cleaning up that White House, and we're just filling it with rapists and child sex abusers, and oh yeah, what I forget what position she was. Christy Nome, yeah, the murderer of the little dog Cricket, yeah, and then she murdered something else afterwards, or a horse, I think, a few weeks later. Yeah, yeah, she's got a position in there too. It literally looks like the last RNC, the White House, full of criminals, rapists, frauds, tax evaders. Oh, a MAGA pastor. I forget what his name was. That's the other thing I wanted to let you. A MAGA pastor just got busted for decades of child sexual abuse. His congregation, he was abusing his flock's children. That's the party of law and order, and the party of family values going back to the White House. Yay! So that's just a little teeny weeny taste of yeah, Musk and RFK. I guess a lot of people are like, oh no no no, and that's the right saying, oh God, no 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 no. See, because when he started, he never had Musk in there at all, and he hadn't said anything. I mean, why would he ever? Why would MAGA ever think they would think Musk would be actually in charge of a department? Because your cult daddy is far stupider and far more arrogant than you think. That's why. He's also much more criminal, and he's a much bigger liar than you think. Uh, pretty easy deduction there, you know. You'd only had a few decades to watch it, and the last decade watching it in politics as well as the business and the women and everything else over the years. So, yeah, there's that. But it is funny. Marjorie is pissed. Marjorie Taylor Greene is fuming. She's just yelling in interviews now. It's not any of our values we fought for. Uh, Let me tell you a little secret, MAGA women. Any women. It doesn't matter if you're a politician and you're in the topper part, or if you're just one of the supporters. Guess what? Especially the ones, though, that, are waiting for positions. He's only giving women so many. What is that? The second woman? And they're both white. Um, MAGA has no use for women in general. He needs a few token ones, so everybody doesn't go up in arrears and maybe do a coup like they did, or attempted to. They weren't even good enough to get that done. Seriously, that is how bad they are at governing and shit. They can't even do crimes properly. Um, yeah. Uh, all you people of color, all you Latinos, all you Mexicans, all the women who all support and or voted for Trump. And that includes all of you who like, well, I don't really like the guy, but I do like what he said about this, or I like the thing about the taxes and the border and no wars. Well, you can't have really any wars when you have the fourth dictator in the planet now is also now the leader of the world's superpower. So, of course, there won't be any wars. They'll decide, and the rest of us have to fucking suck it up. God, you people are stupid. Um, the border thing, please. That's never going to fully stop, and y'all know it. He knows it. It's just something to scream about and scare you all about. Oh, these people are all coming in and raping and doing the crimes. You know what? 99% of the crimes in this country are by American citizens. Yeah. So, there's that. Oh, those messy little facts. Um, I mean, and the other thing, what was the other thing? The border, the taxes. Only the top like 3% in the country are getting those tax breaks. I mean, I'm pretty sure most of you Latinos and Mexicans and whatever uh, aren't aren't in the top 3% income in the country because well, you know, your jobs don't give you that much money. So the taxes breaks aren't for you. And they're starting to figure this out now. Oh, I can't wait till we get our tax breaks. And then they go to work and their Christmas bonuses are canceled because of those impending tariffs that might be. So instead of giving Christmas bonuses, guess what? Even the MAGA people don't get the Christmas bonuses. So, I have to laugh because even though the rest of us who didn't vote red are gonna be fucked, or already getting fucked. The funny part is, since I can't do anything about that now, I tried. Y'all didn't want to hear us. The funny part is that your little Pikachu shocked face, when it's you or your family or your friend, you're like, and your friend's pissed off and said, "Why'd you fucking vote for Trump? God damn you!" When he finds out and unfriends you, your neighbor or whatever, and then they finally find out the reason is because they vote you're not going to be all that popular. It's interesting. A lot of the MAGA are crying how we just should be united and just what did we spend 4 years saying to you guys? But no, you had to try to take over the government. You had to try to break it. You had your little toddler temper tantrum, your little fucking hissy fit. And you've been whining and crying and kicking and punching the walls for the last 4 years. And now that you won, we're not all too sure what happened there, but they are investigating it, just so you know. For all of you who don't watch actual news shows, you just watch right-wing news opinion shows. There's still a lot of investigations being initiated. A lot of things seem sus, but we are not children, and we don't sit there and scream and yell and take a fit and throw shit at people and try to choke them. That's what you all did when you didn't like the results. You screamed it for, during the entire campaign it was going to be rigged. I mean, you guys were like children. If you actually watched yourselves and the faces were blurred and it was just like voices, changed, so you didn't know it was you, and you watched, you'd be like, God, they're fucking stupid. God, do they know how stupid they look? And then they'd find out, oh, that was me 3 years ago. Oops. You know, you would, because you just. That's why I call you parrot sheep, because you just parrot. I mean, the things that you, when you have to have a conversation with somebody and they ask you, you just say it exactly in the same wording that Trump has said it over and over, and then his little sycophants started saying it over and over and over. It's the same phrasing. It's the same thing. You might as well be saying the Lord's Prayer, because you're just reading what's written, what he said. You're not using your own original wording or phrasing of it. You're just using the same thing that you hear. Do you understand how stupid that makes you look? When all of you can say something in isolated, soundproof rooms, and to a question, and you'll all sound like you're in fucking stereo because you're saying the exact same words. You'd understand that's a cult. Judy, you're saying, oh, then you're saying religions are a cult. Yeah, in a way they are. They are, in a way, yes. Yes, because they're asking you to believe things because a book tells them so. They say, but the book was written by God, through people. Where did you hear that? The book tells you. So the item in question is what you're using as proof that it's legitimately what is said to be. Again, do you understand how stupid that is? Well, that's red. How do you know that's red? How do you know that's not red? Because that's red. Do you understand how stupid you sound? You sound smarter even if you took his points, which are stupid, and put them in different phrasing instead of repeating it ad nauseum exactly by rote. By rote, R-O-T-E, by rote. That means just by memory, just by reading it. It doesn't have any meaning to it. It's just you're reading the words. And by the way, all you little Christians, you think saying the Lord's Prayer, and because you say he said us to say the Lord's Prayer, you've got that wrong. It's incorrect. He said, pray in this way. He did not say pray this prayer. And it does just explain it later. It's just telling you the order in which to pray. In other words, you just don't say, dear God, give me a car. Oh, and thanks for this. And can you help so-and-so? That's the whole purpose of the Lord's Prayer, was to first ask forgiveness for anything that you've done, knowing or unknowingly, that hurt anyone or wrong. Then you ask for things for others. And lastly, maybe ask for things that you want or desire or need. That's what it means. Because it even says, do not pray by rote. It says that in the Bible. And people just read it and they have no concept. I don't know what rote means, but probably doesn't matter. If you read what it reads, it says don't read by memory. Don't pray by memory. When you're doing the Lord's Prayer, you're praying by remembering, memorizing a prayer. That does not make a prayer that is done in your own words from your own heart and your own brain has far more impact. If you're talking religious and you're believing all of that, that is what the point of it was. Okay? That was the point. And you all just do the, Our Father. You're doing exactly, every time you say the Lord's Prayer, you're doing exactly the opposite of what the Bible tells you to do. It says do not pray by rote, but pray in this way. It didn't say pray this prayer. Yeah, because right before it, it said don't pray by rote. Don't pray by memory. If you're memorizing the Lord's Prayer, then you're praying by memory, you idiots. And this is why on January 20th, the country will be in the straits it's in. Because not only is the education system effed up, because you got stupid parents not letting their children learn, and then you've got stupid people telling them it doesn't matter if about, learning stuff. College might or might not matter, that I can agree with you, but the basics and the actual factual history is far more important. A lot of homeschooled that are half-assed homeschooled. By the way, Trump wants to give a $10,000 a year tax to anybody who homeschools for each child. You know what MAGA's going to be doing, pulling out their fucking kids so they can get more money. And not teaching them shit. They're not going to teach him about the slavery. They're not going to teach about anything that makes white people look bad, especially white men. Count on it. If he gets that through. If he's able to push it through. We're already trying to fuck him over. He didn't get his pick for the Senate Speaker. So, you want to play with fire? Play with fire, fucking MAGA. Go ahead. But yeah, just trying to keep you up to date. Letting you know what the mainstreams won't. And that's just a little bit, but I gotta go. I got stuff to do right now. Maybe we'll talk a little later on. Peace out.